Okay, every good performance ends with a moment of stillness. That sacred pause where the final note hangs in the air like a warrior catching their breath after a clean strategic strike. And that's exactly where we are right now. Take a moment to notice what stood out, what surprised you, or what hit you right in the soul. Recognize that simply showing up today was an act of harmony and an act of courage. The kind of quiet but powerful move that shifts a warrior's entire path over time. And remember, there is zero pressure to fix anything right now. Awareness is the first movement of transformation, and it's already sharpening your blade in the background. Before we close this movement, let me talk to my readers and my not yet readers. If you've read the book, many of these concepts will feel familiar. The course is the extension, the continuation, the deeper dive, the director's cut with bonus scenes, behind the music commentary, and some new battle strategies. If you haven't cracked the book open yet, no worries. Depending on the program version you purchase, you either have a discount code or your copy is already en route. And yes, I absolutely recommend reading it. I poured my whole heart and several snacks into those pages. But you won't be lost here. This course stands tall, all on its own. This experience is all about designing your life of harmony, not the stretched thin, running on leftovers life the world tries to convince you is normal, but an intentional, aligned, beautifully crafted existence that supports the version of you who deserves to breathe, to rest, to rise, and to fight for your well being with clarity and confidence. Over the next 12 modules, you'll begin implementing the layers of this framework. And yes, you will feel shifts, but designing a life of harmony isn't a one and done mission. It requires courage, consistency, practice, patience. You will be challenged with unlearning habits, beliefs, and survival patterns that were built for who you had to be, not who you are becoming now. Life will still throw curveballs. Growth will still stretch you. But as you move forward, I need you to armor up with grace because self compassion isn't optional, it's your strongest shield. And so, here's a metaphor I want to leave with you. The Harmony Framework is your personal life blueprint, your tactical map. Builders don't show up to a construction site and start swinging hammers based on vibes. Not a chance. They use blueprints, structure, foundation, systems that must work together or the whole thing collapses. Without a blueprint, you get wires where pipes should go, floors that slope like a cartoon house, and a whole lot of expensive chaos. Harmony works the same way. It outlines the 7 essential systems: health, abundance, resilience, mindfulness, objective, nurture, and yourself, and reveals how they connect. It keeps everything aligned, fortified, and intentional. So you're not trying to build your life room by room with no clue how the pieces fit. Because the truth is this, your life shouldn't just be built. It should be designed intentionally, bravely, and beautifully. A warrior's life requires a warrior's blueprint. And before I send you marching forward, know this. I am not disappearing after this course. I'll be here in your corner as you continue designing this new rhythm. Not forever, because you won't need me forever, but only for a little while. For sure. Here's one final quote. If only the world could feel the power of harmony. Man, Mozart knew something we sometimes forget. Harmony isn't just beautiful, it's powerful. Harmony isn't perfection, it's alignment. When you feel harmonious, you move differently, love differently, work differently. And when one person feels harmony, the world feels it too. With that inspiration, let's look at what's coming next. As we close out this first movement, take one more breath and let everything you just learned settle. Like that final chord that vibrates through your chest long after the music stops. The kind that quiets the room and sharpens you, the warrior. Because here's another truth. You didn't just complete Module 1. You crossed the threshold into your transformation. You showed up, you tuned in, you took inventory of your inner battlefield with honesty and courage. That alone puts you miles ahead of burnout sneak attack strategy. Module 1 was about tuning your session, your reconnaissance mission, the moment you checked your instruments, surveyed the terrain, understood the strategy, and got real about where you're beginning this fight for your harmony. And now you are officially standing at the threshold of transformation. Now we sharpen the blades. Now we fortify the armor. Now we build the foundation that every warrior needs before stepping onto the field. Your health. Because let's be clear, you can't command an orchestra, run a mission, lead a household, or build a dream if the conductor, the general you, is running on fumes with frayed edges and whatever's left in yesterday's coffee cup. Let's be real. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Module 2 is where the real composition begins. It's where we shift from awareness to action, from reflection to deliberate strategic movement, from simply hearing the music to choosing the powerful notes you will play. Up next, we step into Module 2. You are on your way to living the life of a harmony warrior. See you there.